To overhaul the exhaust valve, place the valve on a wooden platform. Loosen the nuts to remove the safety strap and the oil cylinder. Discard the O-ring from the air cylinder. Remove the 4 screws from the flange on top of the air piston. Take out the flange. Release the safety valve from the air cylinder for the air to escape below the piston. Use a tin hammer to loosen the conical locking ring from the air piston. Remove the air piston. Lift the valve housing clear off the spindle. Take out the air cylinder. Clean it and check the running surface for wear or possible scores. Measure the diameter of the air cylinder at 4 points diametrically opposite using an inside micrometer. Remove the screws and dismount the flange of the stuffing box. Remove and discard the O-rings. Inspect the bushing in the spindle guide for wear. Measure the inside diameter of the air cylinder using an inside micrometer. Unscrew and remove the lock screws which hold the bottom piece. Lift the valve housing approximately 10 millimeters or 0.4 inches. Take out the valve seat using the tin hammer. Lift the valve housing and place it on a couple of wooden planks. Discard the O-ring from the groove onto the valve seat. Inspect the seating of the bottom piece for damage with a template for damage. Measure the clearance G3 between the template and the O-ring groove using a feeler gauge. Measure the clearance G2 between the template and the valve seat using a feeler gauge. Take and record the measurements at 4 diametrically opposite points on the circumference of the valve spindle. Clean the contact faces on the spindle. Measure the gap between spindle template and the seating of the spindle. Check the burn-off F1 of the valve spindle at each of the points A, B, C, D, and E. The notes in the spindle template indicate the points. Check the spindle stem for wear in the area between 460 millimeters or 18.4 inches and 620 millimeters or 25 inches. Measured from the top of the spindle. Take and record the measurements at 4 diametrically opposite points on the circumference of the valve spindle.